Later, he sent me records of my own alleged patrols.
I've managed to get hold of a copy of a patrol sheet from the 3rd of July, and on it says that I was on a patrol at 7 o'clock. But I remember this day, and I was actually secretly filming. I've got my diary here, and it all proves that I was actually working at a completely different area of the airport to what this patrol sheet says.
I still needed to answer one big question before I could leave my secret life. Scholes had told me that aeroplanes were left very vulnerable to intruders at night. One of my colleagues told me how plane doors are often left open.
Aircraft's open?
If the doors are open, that's only open, you have to check, isn't it?
Don't they secure it? Don't they shut them all up?
You might do. If they don't, you have to ring the airline up and say, you've got an aircraft open, you have to go and make sure no one's sat inside it.
Oh God, really?
Because when the park's over remote, one occasion someone was actually sat in one of them. So,
But someone that worked here?
no, there's someone that managed to get in, but we tried this, yeah.
Oh my God, that's really scary.
I needed to see for myself if planes were as vulnerable as I'd been told. But I was taking a risk. I wasn't authorised to go on the tarmac and wasn't meant to be on duty.
Just about to do something really, really risky. I'm waiting for a tip-off to say that I can go onto the tarmac of the airport. I haven't got a very good cover story. I'm just going to have to say that I'm on overtime and hope that they don't ask too many questions. They don't normally ask many questions. Hello? We are just at the Crowne Plaza Hotel, 5 minutes away. Great, I'll be there, well, 5–10 minutes, okay?
The planes are not locked up at night, but the doors have to be closed and sealed. It's the airline's job to do this, but security's job to monitor it.
I don't have a steady hand, especially at 20 to 4 in the morning. Well, I'm on the tarmac of the airport. It's about 3:30 in the morning. Over here is the perimeter fence. Don't know if you can really pick it out, but it's not particularly strong. It's not reinforced, hasn't got electricity going through it. And just over here, we have an aeroplane which has the steps leading up to it still attached to the plane. And so all somebody needs to do is just pull that door with a little lever, and you've got complete access to this plane here. Okay, I've been at the airport on the tarmac for about 5, 6, 7 minutes now, and this is the 5th aeroplane I've seen already, which has stairs leading up to the aeroplane. I've just been upstairs, up the stairs which have been left by one of the planes, and there wasn't even a seal on the door. The seal was there to alert people and tell them if somebody's broken onto the plane. There's not even a seal, people don't even know that somebody's been onto it. Once again, there's more planes here with the stairs leading up to them. Stairs haven't been moved away. Again, just another opportunity for easy access onto an aeroplane. This is the 10th aeroplane we've seen with the stairs leading up to it, direct access to the aeroplane, and it's actually the 2nd aeroplane we've seen which doesn't have a seal across the door to let people know if somebody's entered the plane without permission. I'm on the tarmac of the airport, and I've just found a plane that's left unattended. I could be a terrorist or an undercover reporter. There's no one looking out for this plane. I've got to get off quick.
For nearly 3 months now, I'd lived the life of the airport security guard, with Scholes passing me information and guiding me through. Now I was about to turn whistleblower myself. I'd seen how random bag searches had been fiddled, and I'd been asked several times to cheat the figures myself. So now it was time to speak up and report it. It should have been easy, but somehow it wasn't.
I'm really, really nervous about it. People are just going to think it's something really unusual. None of the staff have ever questioned it before. Just hope it's okay.
When you do a patrol, you're supposed to sign a sheet.
This is my team leader and the man I plan to complain to if I see bag searches being fiddled today. I don't have to wait long for something to happen. I soon see a log showing that 8 bags have been checked when they haven't.
Wasn't there 7? Wasn't there 7 bags? A minute ago. No?
I've got 5 up to there.
Yeah, I'm just on 7. Why do they do that? Is he there?
Why has he got
Well, no, because
76 and he's got 8 there?
I hate. This is supposed to be a place where we record things and they get sent over to the duty manager. I just really feel. Yeah, but there were only 7 when I
Well,
handed
he's
it over.
probably calculated that there should have been 8.
Okay, I'm getting on the list.
So does it matter?
Well, it does. 'Cause well, it gets handed over to.
Yes, piece of paper.
But it gets handed over to managers, doesn't it? So.
Yeah, they look at it.
Yeah, but then
Well, they get
our names
out, they
get.
go like this, they'll double check. It's something for them to do.
Our names get associated with it. Don't feel comfortable doing it at all. Where's he gone?
The team leaders disappeared and my colleagues are blanking me. They tried to pass it off as my mistake.
My back's to me now. That's it, I'm totally over. Wait, stop to team leader as quick as possible. Well, you know when I just handed the figures over? You know when I just handed the sheet over? I'm sure there are only 7 lines of it. But do they not correspond to the bags that you searched?
Yeah, she should do, and it did.
I'm sure there were only 7 lines though when I finished
8.
it. There was 8.
Yeah. And it was, if you divide the top, if you take the top from the next line and then divide by 20, I think it was 8.2 or something.
Right. It's just because the figures always. Well, I'm just really uncomfortable about it because it's your name.
I feel uncomfortable in my presence.
Hello.
But I know the numbers were fiddled, so I asked to see Helene Watson, the woman in charge of security for the whole terminal.
Places. Thank you. Right. Sorry about this. Yeah, it's fine. I just got a bit of a concern. Over around BMI, you know how we mark down how many bags are being done?
Yeah.
I know that it's not being done properly.
Not enough being searched, you mean, or not?
Yeah,
not
people
being
just putting figures down haphazardly. And, I'm just really worried about it because it's not something, obviously, we were told in the training to do. And it's quite a lot of people, it seems to be that everybody's just writing them down as they want and not doing
it's
it.
actually done by the person who's on the X-ray itself.
Person on the X-ray, and I know team leaders have said to me as well to add figures on and things like that, yeah.
Can I ask who?
And it's quite a lot of people, actually. There's at least 4 team leaders that have told me that.
Do you know any of the names?
I do.
No, that is really not good, and thank you, because
Okay.
that shouldn't be happening.
Right.
I'm trusting them to do a job around there. And,
Yeah.
we expect it to be done.
Okay.
Certainly if the department were on site, you would be given no doubt a deficiency notice or something for
Right.
that. So, yeah.
What would be done about it? Or
Right, well, what I'll need to do is I'll speak to the team leaders, need to
Right.
give them the opportunity to try and put things right.
Sure.
I've got CCTV on there, so I'll just start recording the CCTV.
Okay, right.
Just make sure things like that. So I can
Right,
check.
okay, so I was just really, concerned
Yeah,
about
I
it.
mean, obviously I won't bring you into this because obviously I don't want to make your life difficult
Okay,
or
thank
anything.
you.
So no names will be mentioned, but I do appreciate you bringing it to my attention.
Right, okay.
The manager's been polite, but I wasn't sure I'd be welcomed back by my colleagues at the airport. I called in sick while I thought over what to do. I'd had a brief experience of what it feels like to be a whistleblower. It's a lonely business, even when you've got a producer to talk it over with.
I felt very, very nervous because these are people I've worked with for quite a few months, and you do, regardless of what behaviour is going on, you do get close to people. So I did feel guilty, but at the same time, what they're doing is wrong.
24 hours later, I met Scholes. He put out some feelers, but had found no immediate sign of the airport wanting to pursue my allegations.